What black community? It's a black environment with black women and black children in it.
How dare you say that we are not interested in families in the black community?
Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, everybody. What's going on now? If you've been watching my channel at all lately, you know I've been covering this EBT crash out. And I think one element that hasn't really been talked about much openly is the low-key simmering EBT gender war. Yes, there is a gender war dynamic to the EBT crash out problem. Let's take a look at it.
I ain't gonna lie. If I was Trump, I would have took EBT stamps and all the other benefits away from y'all freaky bum ass a long time ago. Y'all want to cry, complain, sit around, fuck, and make all these kids. Y'all don't want to work. Y'all want to blame everybody else for your problems. Y'all want to call the president racist and at the same time want him to come and do shit for you. And every time he do some shit for you that benefits you, you still say, oh, that doesn't matter, he's racist. Yeah, I would have took stamps and everything else away from y'all freaky bum ass a long time ago because y'all deserve nothing.
And that is generally how a lot of black men do feel about the whole EBT crisis situation. There's a principle underneath it all where a lot of black men, we just have to work. The overwhelming vast majority of us have to work. We don't qualify for the program. It doesn't really give us enough benefits that it's like offsetting the entire need for a job. The math doesn't work the same for a lot of black men. And a lot of men are just not feeling the sympathy for people who have essentially been living for free.
I don't respect no man that's able to get up and work and provide for his kids, and he don't do it. A man don't work, he shouldn't eat.
It really is that simple for a lot of men. There is a principle to just being a man, and the idea of having the government step in any large, meaningful, long-term way, it is a mark of your failure as a man. And so for a lot of men, the very concept of it all offends the very idea of manhood, especially if you're a guy who's actually been out in the world and had to bruise his knuckles and sweat for his money a little bit. You just don't feel the sympathy.
Man, I'd be totally embarrassed if my kids were on EBT. If I found out they were on welfare system, I failed them. I failed them. It's that simple. If I found out they were on EBT, I fucking failed them. It's that simple. If your children are on EBT and they're not blind, crippled, or crazy, you failed them. By the way, my first job at the telephone company, I worked right next to a dude that was blind. This man was blind. He had a dog with him and a cane, the whole 9 yards. But he worked something called TSPS. In other words, you had to type in numbers. So he had a little braille going. So if a blind man could work, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it at all. If a blind man, I worked right next to this man. In fact, he had ladies. He had girlfriends and shit. So if a blind man could work, you can work. Why don't you just make black people proud, too, if you're black? Shouldn't you make black people proud? What happened to pride? You know? We're already down. You already feel like the cards are stacked against you. Well, go ahead and fight, man. Fight. Don't lay down and help me, give me stuff, please. I can't do anything for myself. Fuck that shit. You can do whatever you want to do. And if I don't say nothing else to you, you can do whatever you want to do on this earth. Apply yourself. There's nothing stopping you. You can do whatever you want to do on this earth. Black people, listen to me. You can do whatever you want to do. Forget about basketball. Forget about rapping. Forget about singing. That's gifts. Whitney Houston, that's a gift. Michael Jackson's a gift. And then they nurtured it. But everybody can't be Nipsey Hussle, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. Guys, broaden your horizon, open your mind, and look at all of the other opportunities that you have in America. This is America, man. Make it happen. All this welfare. Okay, you need a little help for a month or two, half a year to get on your feet. I still don't believe it, but whatever. What happens is people get this free money. You think that's gonna make them get up early in the morning and go look for work? Nah, I got a check coming. I can sleep until 10. I'm tired. Nah. When your ass is desperate, you get the fuck up. Desperation makes you go do what you gotta do on this earth. You're not desperate. It's raining outside. I ain't go. It's too hot outside. No, see, that's the problem. Get up, rain, sleet, or snow, and go make something happen for yourself every single day. Don't sleep past 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. What the fuck are you doing? Get your ass up. You're broke. You're on government assistance. Make it happen.
That is the way of life for the majority of us men. We just have to do out of desperation. And it's really difficult to understand the mind of people who haven't accepted that fact.
I'm just gonna say it, and I don't care who get mad. Should no grown ass able-bodied people be freaking out about no food stamps? If you got 2 legs, 2 arms, you can get up and talk on the phone. You can get up and take your behind to work. I'm talking to able-bodied.
It really is that simple. There is no other way to approach that kind of problem. If you can, you should be doing it. We should really, really limit our charity to those who can't. In other news, did you know that edible underwear, candy-flavored panties, lingerie, G-string undies, funny thongs for women is available on EBT? It is Snap EBT available, yeah. Edible thongs, edible lingerie is EBT available because technically it is food, right? And also the EBT crash outs are just upon us right now. It's coming.
I'm telling y'all, Trump is really taking y'all through there because this government shutdown thing going on now. They want to take government assistance from everybody, Section 8, HUD, and they're not worrying about come Thanksgiving, come Christmas. 2 months, these people won't be receiving any government assistance to be able to feed their kids. They already starting it now. The money they working for is not covering everything. They need the money to pay the bills, to keep a roof over their kids' head. But the food stamp will help them put food in the house to keep food, for their kids. But nobody see that because everybody's sitting around taking shit for a joke. But your job could call you and let you know that you don't have work. So you got to start all over and go find another job. That shit ain't funny. It's stressful for the government to do that. It's stressful that y'all have a president in the chair who takes shit for a joke. He find black people funny. And I'm going to say that shit on this video. And I mean what I say. But I'm going to sit there and let y'all just sink all that in. I'll talk to y'all later.
The desperation is building. There is a palpable sense of desperation in the air. I hear rumors that Walmart is attempting to implement preventative security measures in the face of the oncoming EBT riots. It's gonna get a little frisky out there, y'all.
You know what happens when you stop feeding the squirrels and stop feeding the ducks and stop hand feeding the monkeys in the zoo? You know what happens? They get violent. Yeah, they get violent. They start chasing people and they start showing extreme signs of aggression. And you know why that is? Well, it's a sense of entitlement because you became the person they depended on for food. So instead of saying, you know what, maybe we should go back to using our predatory instincts and hunting and getting jobs and things like that, they decide to get very angry at the person that they feel is supposed to take care of them. Therefore, they have this thing called entitlement and they feel like they are entitled to that food. So every time they see you, they go out there and they destroy things and protest and loot and vandalize things and get angry and aggressive, because it's your job to take care of them. You see, animals, they've had these instincts over a long period of time where they can go out there and they can hunt and they can use their brain, their intellect, their wisdom, and this stuff is just stuff that has been programmed into them. And what happens is that when you give them stuff for free, they no longer have to use their brains anymore. They no longer have to translate information. They no longer have to think independently. They no longer have to even look up at the weather and see what is going on with the weather, because they are solely dependent on you. And that is exactly how our government is working in these situations. And that's why you're seeing people get so angry, is because they feel like they're entitled to these benefits. They should have them. We should be given this stuff. And we're not talking about, you know, the individuals who are sick. We're not talking about the elderly. We're talking about the people who are capable of doing things. They have literally decreased their intelligence because they're hooked on the benefits. That's what's happened in our government. And so they will do anything that the Democrats tell them to do because they were hooked on those benefits and they were hooked on being fed and they feel entitled to those benefits instead of advancing themselves like culturally we have done over the centuries. Instead of that kind of stuff, instead of, you know, focusing on being self-motivated and ambitious, they don't do that anymore. It's just, hey, what can you give me? It's not what all I can do for my country. It's what my country can do for me, because I'm entitled to all of it. No sacrifice, no anything. Just give me everything because I deserve it.
I don't want to sound like I'm overthinking it, because I know a lot of y'all can't keep up, but this SNAP benefit situation clearly shows y'all could not survive a world built off natural selection. If the government really stood back, if they just let everything go and let the world be who they want to be without them, y'all would not survive. Let's say they just only protected us from invasion of other countries, but you have to do everything else yourself. Y'all would not survive the natural selection. You couldn't get your own food. You couldn't keep your own crib. You couldn't educate your own kids. Y'all would literally not survive a world of natural selection. Y'all response to the SNAP benefits is don't celebrate the holiday. Keep your money. Everyone's going to be affected because food prices going to go up. Yeah, but this is natural selection. This is how the world moves. Without the government, right? What y'all going to do when all those wolves start attacking the sheep? You either going to turn into a wolf yourself, you going to follow behind them like a fox, or you going to be slaughtered. That's how natural selection works. And there's one issue with just benefits. It's showing y'all that y'all are biting the hand that feeds you. A lot of y'all are against the government. You constantly protesting. You constantly talking about them. But then you turn to the same internet where you're bashing them and you're trying to hold them accountable to continue to feed you and put food on your table. They don't have to do that. This is them showing you we don't have to do a lot of the things we do. But they understand the benefits of who they are. And a lot of people take it for granted. You can't be biting the hand that feeds you and then turning around and talking shit about the person who that hand belonged to. It don't make any sense. Y'all have to pick a new battle. Pick a new fight.
pick a new battle. I've been thinking about that for a while. The modern political issue, especially for Black men, it's not what the old political issue used to be. We have a whole new political problem on our hands now.
You were supposed to be looking for a job while you had benefits. You were supposed to be looking for a job while you had benefits. You were supposed to be looking for a job while you have benefits.
All right, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Like, the real reason why a lot of people are upset about this whole food stamps, SNAP benefit thing, bro, is because they're selling their food stamps, bro. They're selling them. I'm telling you, they are selling their food stamps, bro. You know how many people in New York and other states right now are going to the corner store, the deli, and they're selling their food stamps, bro? They're selling, that's why they're getting like $4,000, $3,000 in food stamps, and they're selling it for cash. They'll get $4,000 in food stamps, and they'll just take like $1,000 in cash. Like, bro, like, that's happening like everywhere. That's why they're mad. That is exactly why they're mad right now. And you know the thing about it too? They will never admit to selling their food stamps.
Everybody knows the game, bro. Everybody knows the game. And this is really, he's absolutely right. This is really why there is such a huge crash out. It's not just that they depend on the stamps to actually eat and buy food that they otherwise wouldn't be able to afford, but they get so much more money than they really need. It's well beyond a subsistence living. Like, they're not just eating to survive. They have so much extra that they can now scam the system, and they get cash out of it. And for a lot of men, a lot of Black men especially, and this is something I've been talking about a lot when it comes to like the politics of it all. As Black men, we do not benefit from these politics whatsoever. And a lot of this programming, a lot of this support is it's in the pocket of the Democrats largely. You know, the Democrats love the social safety net. They love the idea that you don't have to strive as hard because the government should provide X, Y, Z for you. And this is creating a huge divide on a ground level between the men and the women, especially for the poor, the working poor, the middle and lower middle class. It's creating an issue where the women can apply all kinds of extra power to their situation and stand defiantly against the men that they should be working with.
Food stamps gone. Section 8 gone. All your SNAP and EBT benefits gone. Now you got to go back to Tyrone. Woo! I think this is great. We have just single-handedly saved the Black family. Why? Because Tasha can't run out on Tyrone anytime she get mad and think the government going to take care of her. Tasha can't leave Tyrone and think that the kids going to eat. Tasha can't leave Tyrone and think she going to get a free rent. Tasha can't depend on the government because years ago, Black women turned their back on Black men for government assistance, for food stamps, for Section 8, for welfare, for WIC, for all the things that Black men bring into their household. They said, no, we don't need that. I'll go file to the government and they'll give it to me. Trump said, hell no. Woo! Now you're going to have to start choosing better. Woo! Now women are going to have babies with men that actually want to have babies with them. Woo! Now women are going to have to vet their partners and not be able to just hit them up for a check every time and think they can live off the government. Woo! This shit amazing. You're going to see more wives and less baby mamas. You're going to see more two-parent households because it's going to be a family unit, because success is a team sport. You're going to see women go back to their men, go back to their child's father and try to work things out and not childishly run out to the next nigga. Why? Because Donald Trump and the government don't got your back no more. Because you can't go over there and get free food stamps and sell them bitches 40 for the 80. Because you don't have a $72 rent anymore. Because now you're going to have to figure it out. And the only person that's left is that Black man that you walked out on years ago. And the price of pussy going down too. Donald Trump did it with this one, and I'm here for it. Queens, go back to your kings and work it out. Baby mamas, go back to your baby daddies and become wives. It's time for us to work together. This is actually amazing. No longer will you be incentivized by quitting on your household. No longer will you be incentivized by quitting on your marriage. No longer will you be incentivized by quitting on that Black man. You are no longer incentivized to leave. So baby, you either pay or stay. That ugly money. interesting people to come on my podcast. I need some interesting people to come on my show.
I do think they will be hunching for Chinese food and cheesesteaks like they did in the good old days.
This goes out to all the people getting their food stamps cut off. It's about damn time, bro. How the hell I've been working in this country since I was 14 and still can't afford to buy food or all the food that I want. Then you walk past a bitch in the grocery store with 3 buggies full of shit. 1 buggy full of chips, ice cream, and cookies. The other one full of water and juice and shit. All kind of drink, whatever drink they like. And the other one full of meat from the meat store. And still got food stamps left over. But I get up every damn day and work from sun up to sundown. And can't make ends meet. And be hungry going to work sometimes. It's about damn time. I've been tired of that shit.
Like I said, the men been watching and been low-key seething at the reality of it all. And although I will say this is a temporary hitch, it does kind of feel a teeny tiny bit good watching your adversary, as it were, stumble for a moment.
Hey, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it one time and one time only. A lot of motherfuckers thinking it, but they ain't gonna say it. Listen here, I don't give a fuck about y'all losing y'all food stamp. I'm 25 with no motherfucking kids. I get up at 6 o'clock to go to work, and at the end of the work, I go coach kids. It's just not hard for you motherfuckers out here with kids. It's hard for us too. And no fucking way do I want my hard-earned tax money going towards you and your 9 fucking kids just because you couldn't get off your fucking back and go get a job or tell a motherfucker to wear a condom. So no, I do not give a fuck because you're losing your benefits. Bitch, get off your ass, go get a job, do what the fuck you gotta do to raise your fucking kid because you fucking had them. I'm not paying for your fucking kids anymore. I don't give a fuck about that. Them kids can fucking starve. If you don't care enough to get off your ass and go feed them, why the fuck should my tax money have to do it? The using and abusing of the system is over. Cause us motherfuckers who can't get SNAP benefits or free medical, bitch, we still gotta make a way. So if they've been saying fuck us for the longest, it's fuck y'all. Tired of motherfuckers getting a free pass and I'm over here busting my ass without no help. Bitch, you could do the same. Sorry you made poor life choices.
All right, ladies, now food stamps getting ready to get cut off, and I hate to be the one to tell you this. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm going to need y'all to get out here and start selling that cat again, okay? Because back in the day, our grandparents was not worried about how they was going to feed these kids because they wouldn't mind going out here and getting on these blocks. Hell, y'all going to have to go ahead and start selling some cat. Okay, I don't want to hear nobody online complaining about all food stamps. There's a bunch of dumbass niggas out here in these streets running around ready to pay $20, $30 for a piece of pussy because them niggas ain't shit. Let's go ahead and use up these men that's already washed up. All right, do what you got to do. Just wear some protection. That's all I got to say. I'm just saying.
Hey, fellas, hold on to your money this weekend. Hold on to don't buy no pussy. Don't buy no pussy. Cause wait the next weekend. Cause them food stamps don't come on the first. Pussy price gonna go down. Gonna go down quick. They gonna be giving out head for eggs and shit. Boy, hold on to your money. Wait the next weekend before you get some pussy. Listen to your boy.
What black community? It's a black environment with black women and black children in it. Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.